What up, figure freaks, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Doing another action figure review. As you can see, we have Mattel's Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, New Eternia Mekaneck action figure, or Mekaneck, whatever you prefer. Go around the back of the box. We got a little reader here. Captain of King Randor's submarine squadron, Mekaneck searches for the broken pieces of Grayskull in the darkest depths of the ocean, hoping to restore New Eternia to its former glory. All right, so he not only has the extended neck to look up from the submarine, but he's also got this club that he can use for bludgeoning, as well as it works as a periscope. It's got this little shield over here. Pretty good glamour shots. We got the rest of the wave down here. We got the Battle Armor He-Man, which I may pick up, maybe if it's on sale or I can find it for cheap. Triclops, which I grabbed. King Keldor, I did not grab that one. I don't know. Waiting to see if maybe we get a better version. Side of the box. Looks like we got the little, what do you call it? Raider, Fly Raider? I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember that shit. And then we got a couple other little pieces of artwork on the other side of the box. Let's open this bad boy up and see what Mekaneck is all about. All right, out of the box and still in the packaging, we got Mekaneck with his little bludgeoning mace, whatever, / periscope. And then we got this little card back here with the little compartment with all the weaponry. Tells you to open it. It tells you what's all inside. And sure that it's the neck extensions, the shield, and some swappable fists. Completely out of the packaging and the box, we got all of Mekaneck's accessories displayed. We got the shield here. Looks like it's been in battle. Now it's just a clip-on. This can actually plug into this little gauntlet here on his left wrist and then also into his back. Pretty cool. Here we got his mace. It does spin as well as detach right here. There's just a ball joint. Looks like the same ball joint here. I'm not really sure why, but this thing also works as a periscope. And then we got two separate neck extensions, one with 3 pieces and basically 2 points of articulation there. And then we got the 2 here with the articulation up here, both with ball joints. I think they will connect. They should, if Mattel knows what's good for them. They do, in fact. Nice work. So this should be pretty fun. Let's go through the articulation, the paint, and the molding first. Looks pretty good. I do actually really like the paint, but of course it's Masters of the Universe, it's Mattel. There is a lot of reuse here. Of course, you got the standard little loincloth with the Eternia belt that pretty much everyone has, as well as the moon boots with the straps. I like the color here, the gray and the silver wraps around that. Pretty nice colors. I think that's the thing that I kind of liked about Masters of the Universe is the colors. The color schemes are cool, like Faker. I really like that baby blue and the orange. Merman, I thought was kind of a cool color scheme. So yeah, no real mishaps or, I don't know, scratches, scuffs. Everything seems to be fine. He does have this vest that is removable. Of course, you got this, that the shield will plug into, like so. But I'm going to remove it just for a moment, just to kind of do the articulation. It comes off and goes back on pretty easily. Just got to pop the head off, take that, boom. And there we got kind of the standard buck for most He-Man figures. He does have some sculpting here on his chest, so it's almost like more like he's a robot. But pretty nice figure. He looks down about like that. Looks up like that, so pretty nice range there. He gets the spins. The shoulder goes up about like that, twists all the way around. We got the double jointed pinless elbows. And of course we got the pivot and the twist on the wrist. Diaphragm swivel, and it twists quite a bit. 360, as well as you got the waist twist. So pretty nice articulation from the waist up. Got the hip joints going out like that. Does a pretty nice splits. Double jointed knees. Pinless, of course. Boot cut right there. And then we got the pivot and the tilt. Oh, come on. Do we have tilt? Yes, we do. On the ankle there. Kind of work it out a little bit. So, pretty nice figure. Yeah. Let's attach this neck thing. So you're just popping the head off. And of course you can do variations. You can do the 2 or the 3 or the full amount. Let's see. This is gonna just pop on here. There we go. I think that's gonna work. Wow, that's pretty nice. And we'll pop the head up here. Now let's see how. That ain't bad. Fix the angle on my phone here. There we go. I mean, that's not too horrible, I would say. Can we get it to go down just a little bit more? Yeah. That's all right. And then have them standing straight up like that. But of course, he's not going to be able to use his periscope thing. But you can still use it to beat the crap out of Skeletor and all those little piss ants. If I can get this handle in the hand here. Come on, get in there. Gotta pull these thumbs, the fingers out. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. We got it. We got it that time. Give him his shield. So he's kind of ready for battle. I mean, people might just start running away from him when they see that neck. The women are probably like, ooh, what could he do with that? So, not a bad figure. Let's slap this guy on and we're going to do some comparisons. Just to show you real quick how simple this is. So yeah, you just put it over his head, you peel the head off and you just throw the vest over this, but really easy. You just got these little knobs here and they fit in super easily, very quickly. No stress, no mess. It's all good. So very easy. All right, just for fun, we're going to bust out the old ruler. See how tall this guy is? He's sitting at about 11 1/4 inch with the extended full extension on the neck. And let's pull these off just for comparison's sake and to measure them without the extended neck. Let's see here. He's sitting at about 7 inches tall, right to the tippy top of his pointy little head. All right, let's get into the comparisons now. Bunch of other, well, I don't know. Is this guy a robot? I guess he would be if he has a mechanical neck. Maybe he's a cyborg. I don't know. But so I brought out a bunch of robotic, cybernetic type warriors. We got Roboto. They're probably good buddies. Not a bad figure. I do like this Mechanic. I do like the colors. It's very reminiscent of the old school 80s figure to me. That head sculpt is awesome. So, glad to add him to my collection. Roboto's back here. Give him a nice little pat on the back. Bring some bad guys. We got another cyborg android, and that's Faker. One of my favorite figures coming out of the Masterverse line this year. Love this. I didn't like that other one from the Kevin Smith show. I bought it. Wasn't sure if we were going to get anything better. I didn't know to what extent this line was going to go. But yes, we got this Faker, and it is glorious. I love it. And we're bringing in Trapjaw. This is one of the older ones. I like it. It does the job for me. I know there's a newer version. I would have loved to have gotten it, but I didn't. So I got this one. I actually really like this figure a lot. All right. Now, some non-Motu characters. We got... What is this? What is this? Just a couple of cybernetic legs. That's it, huh? No, I'm just kidding. It's Stiltman. Marvel Legends. Got a couple extensions there, so I thought it's kind of a proper, relevant figure to have if he can stay standing up. I have him on this stand, which I think came with the figure. There we go. I think he's staying. You gonna stay? You're gonna knock everyone over. You can... No, oh, there you go. That's what happens when you mess around with Stiltman. So there we got Stiltman. We're gonna throw him in the back here. Taking out his bad guy buddies. Knocking over everyone's beverages. Not cool, not cool. One or two. Oh, whoa. We almost forgot. Another robot guy. And actually a big, surprise for me. And that's Cyclone. And this guy is awesome. And I bought him kind of midsummer, beginning of summer for cheap clearance. And so pleasantly surprised by this figure. Cyclone, Masterverse. I had a lot of fun. I bought him on the way up to my cabin and went up there. Oh, I actually stayed at a resort, not the cabin, sorry. But that's kind of close to where my cabin was, but family and people were at the cabin. And so, yeah, I did a review up at this resort. It was fun. It was a good time. But yeah, surprise figure. Very nice. Cyclone. And then we're going to bring in from Cyclone to Cyborg. Another guy. I think he could probably extend his neck if he wanted to, but he is half man, half robot. He is, in fact, a cyborg. DC Universe Classics. Very cool figure. And then finally, we got the NECA Terminator. With the big minigun there. Oops, come on now. I love this figure. It's one of the only NECAs that I will probably hold on to for life. Love this. Love this little back here. Backpack, that is. Bag with the bullets coming out. Now I know why you cry. You like a very sensitive Terminator, don't you, John Connor? You like one that doesn't kill, only maims and slightly injures. 100% no casualties. Now let's go to Epstein Island. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think Arnold's about that shit. So, just jokes, guys. Just some jokes, but pretty cool figure. And will remain in my collection on my random shelf. And we're going to rank this guy. I'm going to do a 6.5 out of 10. It's a nice figure. It's nothing spectacular, but he's been hanging around for a while, and I thought maybe it's about time to bust him out of the old back room and do a review. Very reminiscent of the original figure, so 6.5 on the scale of 10. Guys, we're coming up with some big ones. I'm just trying to get some of the older stuff out of the way. I set this guy right up here to be reviewed as soon as I got back, so I'm gonna rip through some of these and get to the good stuff. It's all good stuff, but I know there's Marvel Legends and G.I. Joes that I want to bust open very badly. So please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one, guys. All right, peace out. Hey, Robot Buddy, do you think I could maybe borrow that, your neck thing there? You know, we're both being cyborgs, and, you know, I just wanted to use it so I could, use it, to help me with the housekeeper. You know, I got some serious business to do with her. Yeah.